Hey guys, it's Trisha. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I've gone through all of my makeup and skincare items and I've done sort of a cleanup, and I have here a box full of everything that I'm either giving away or getting rid of, or it's empty and therefore I'm going to be either repurchasing it or not. So today I'll be going through all of these items with you, and if you want to see what I have cleaned up from my stash, then just keep on watching. Alright, so as you can see, we have quite a box here. I think the majority of it is makeup. I have one skincare item that I'm getting rid of as well. So let's just get started. Alright, so the first thing that I have in this box is this concealer from NYX. This is the NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer, and this is the color Porcelain. So let's see, I got about this far through the concealer, and I recently bought the Nars Soft Matte Concealer, and I think that one is just much better quality actually. So the Nars one is really nice. It leaves like a nice matte finish and it has really good coverage, but it doesn't make me look cakey at all in any areas. So I really like the Nars one, and just I think this one doesn't perform as well. It can get a little bit cakey looking, so for me, just I stopped using it and I'd rather give it to someone else because I like my Nars one better. Next we have another NYX concealer. I believe this is the HD Concealer. It's a little bit rubbed off, so it's hard to see, and this is in the shade 01. So I don't necessarily think this is a bad product. I just have other concealers that I've been using more, and I've been really liking this one from H&M. And this one is definitely full coverage, as it says, and normally I go for a concealer that is a little bit more like medium coverage. I don't really like putting super full coverage or really like pale like white concealers under my eyes because I feel like it just draws too much attention there. So I try to go for ones that are a little bit more skin color and just like light to medium coverage because I just think that looks more natural and I like it more than just like a full coverage concealer under the eyes. So that's the reason why I am getting rid of this one, but I don't necessarily think it's a bad concealer. I think it works quite well, just it's very pale and I don't like it for the use that I use for my concealers. Next, I can see I have several mascaras here. So a while ago, I was on a hunt to find just like the perfect mascara because I don't like wearing false lashes. I think it's a lot of work and I have naturally quite long lashes. So I prefer just to build up some mascara when I wear my makeup looks. So as you can see, I've been going through some and trying to figure out like what my holy grail mascara will be. So let's just go through these three that necessarily did or didn't work out for me. So one thing you should know about me and mascaras is I always need to wear a waterproof mascara because no matter what I'm doing during the day, if I'm laughing or I go outside, my eyes just water. I just have the most watery eyes ever, and I tried once going to work with just a plain mascara, not waterproof, and that was the worst mistake ever because I just had black running everywhere and I was just laughing, and when I laugh, my eyes run. So all of these will be waterproof mascaras, and sometimes that makes it a little bit more difficult because some mascaras that everyone likes don't come in waterproof. So I really think that when brands come out with a mascara, they should always come up with a waterproof version as well for people like me that struggle with this. So first we have this mascara from Lancome. This is the Hypnose Drama Waterproof Mascara. And I'll show you what the wand looks like. So it looks like this. It's quite interesting. It kind of like dips down a little bit at the end and it has all these bristles coming out on the side. So I tried this mascara for a good amount of time. I would say like a month or so. And for me, it just didn't really do much. I look for mascaras that give a lot of volume because my eyelashes are naturally pretty long. And I just felt that this wasn't giving me as much volume as I wanted, and even like after a month I thought maybe it would get a little bit drier and it would make it a little bit better because sometimes in the first week or two of a mascara you can't really see how it's going to be. But just using it for a month or so, I just felt it was only giving me length and not really volume. So I wouldn't repurchase this if you are looking for a waterproof mascara that gives you a lot of volume. I would probably go for something else. Next we have this Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara, also the waterproof version, and I will show you what the wand looks like. So this wand is really nice. It has like really small bristles on the top and longer ones on the bottom. And I always use the top ones because I think it gathers the most mascara, and I just use it like this. And I really like this mascara. It can get a bit clumpy, and in the first 2 weeks it's really thin and watery, so it gets everywhere when I use it for the first like 2 weeks. But overall, I think it's a really nice mascara, and it gives me really a lot of volume, but the only problem I have with it is there's only like a month and a half like time frame when I can actually use it and like it, because the first 2 weeks, as I said, it's really watery, so it gets really messy and I get dots all over. And then after that, for a month and a half, it's perfect, and after that, then it gets too clumpy. So even though I really like it, it is a little bit of like trying to work with it because it's not just like perfect the whole time that you're using it. So I definitely would repurchase this because it really gives a nice effect, but just be aware that if you also are looking for volume, maybe in the beginning, you need to wait until it gets a little bit drier, and then just know that it will start to get clumpy after about 2 months. And lastly, when I was in the US for the last time, I purchased this Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara from Too Faced, and this is obviously a sample size because I've heard so many good things about it, and my sister loves the just regular version. I think it comes in a pink tube. So she told me I really need to try this one because she loves it so much. And I have to say, it was a super nice mascara, but the problem is, after I got this, L'Oreal came out with their new mascara. It's this one. It's the Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. And this was about maybe a month or two after I had purchased this one. And these do exactly the same thing to my lashes. So I really like the mascara, but if you're looking for that effect, then you should just go for the L'Oreal one because it's a lot cheaper than the Too Faced Better Than Sex one. So overall, really nice mascara, but because this one is on the market now, I won't be repurchasing this. I'll just be going for the L'Oreal one. Alright, next we have this palette from Maybelline. This is the Master Bronze Palette. I already have a review of this palette up on my channel, so I will link that down below for you guys. But basically, I'm going to be giving this to someone else because for my skin tone, I just found that the bronzers weren't really the right undertones or the right colors. So I think the quality is really good, but just for my skin tone, it didn't work out. So I'm going to be giving this to someone that can use it better. Next, I have this Brow Artist Plumper from L'Oreal. This is a brow gel, and it's tinted. I believe this is the blonde version. So this is what the wand itself looks like. It's really nice, and it's small enough that you can really like get in the brows really nicely. So I really like the shape of it. The formula is really good. Just the only thing is I have been highlighting my hair to be more of like a ashy color recently, and this Tinted Brow Gel is more on the warm side. So I found that my eyebrows were starting to not really match my hair so much because this was really cool, and then my eyebrows were really warm. So as you can see now, I'm using quite an ashy eyebrow gel and pencil. So I just won't be using this one anymore, unfortunately, unless I go back to having my hair a little bit warmer. But I did really like it while I was using it. I think it's a really good formula. So if you do want a little bit warmer brows and you're blonde, then I think this would be really good for you. The next item I have is this Gimme Brow from Benefit. You can't see it anymore because it's completely rubbed off, but this is in the shade 2. And this is, again, a tinted brow gel. So as you can see, it's much smaller than the L'Oreal one. And the wand is also much smaller, but I really, really like this one. I think the formula is really great, and number 2 is quite ashy, so for my brows right now, I think this product is really good. However, I do think that there are some really good options at the drugstore, so I will show you what I've been using now. So I think I wouldn't repurchase this, but it generally is a really nice product, and if I would receive it as a gift or something, I would be really happy because I think it's a really nice product. So what I've been using recently and what I use today in my brows for brow gel is this one from Maybelline. This is the Brow Precise Fiber Filler, and the color is really nice. It's really ashy, and if I take out the wand, it looks like this. So it's like flat, and then on this side there are small like bristles, so you use this side to like kind of comb through the brows. The only thing with this one is I find that a lot of product comes onto this like flat part, so I always like go like this. I get some of that extra filler. You can see how much comes off. But once I can see the actual bristles, then this is the perfect amount of product for one brow. So I would highly recommend this one. I think it does a really good job of keeping my hairs in place, but also it gives a ton of volume and fibers to make my brows look more voluminous. And the other one that I really like from the drugstore is this one from Essence. It's called Make Me Brow. So I think this is meant to be a dupe of the Gimme Brow from Benefit. I'll show you the wand is just a little bit longer than the Benefit one, but it's still quite small and really precise to get into your brows. So this one I really like as well, and I would definitely repurchase this one. I bought the Maybelline last one because I went to several stores and I couldn't find this, so I thought I would try a new one, and the Maybelline one is also really good. I like it as well. So next I have this Strobing Liquid from Maybelline. This is the Master Strobing Liquid in the color Light Iridescent. I'll show you how it looks. So it comes in a tube, and when you pour it out, it has, I would say, like a pinky silverish color. So this is how it looks. See, on the hand, it looks really pretty, but I just struggled with this product in trying to get it to blend out. Whenever I would put it on my cheeks, I would feel like it would be really just patchy, and I wouldn't get it to look just like kind of a sort of a wash of the pink. And also when I mixed it in with my foundation, I didn't really see any sort of a difference. So unfortunately for me, it looks really pretty, but I just couldn't find a way, with my fingers or with a sponge, that I could get it to blend out nicely as a highlight on the cheeks. So I will be giving this to someone else, and hopefully they can get a better use out of it than I can. All right, next I have this foundation from Dior. This is the Dior Skin Forever foundation. And I discovered this one, I think, roughly almost 2 years ago. I was doing sort of this photo thing from Groupon where you can get headshots for your LinkedIn profile. So when I went there, they do your makeup, and the makeup artist there used this foundation on me, and I just kept looking at my skin the whole rest of the day that day, and I thought, wow, I've never seen my skin look so good. It was just beautiful. So I bought this, and clearly I have used the whole thing, and I think it's just a gorgeous foundation. It is quite pricey. It's 50 euros, so I think roughly $50 as well then. And it is pricey, but I think it's totally worth the splurge because it's just gorgeous. It makes your skin look just flawless, and you have no pores whatsoever, and it doesn't sink into creases or anything. So I'm definitely going to repurchase this. I'm going to be waiting to see if I can get it on sale just for 25% off would make it better, because then it would be around roughly 40. So it's definitely a good investment. I only needed to use 2 pumps of it, so it also really lasted me a long time. So I definitely will be repurchasing this one. And the last skincare item I have is this from Benefit. This is the Porefessional, and this is just a sample size. I bought this because I heard a lot of people really liked it for minimizing pores. But honestly, for me, I didn't really see much of a difference. So unfortunately, I will be giving this to someone else. Hopefully they can use it and like it a little bit more than I did. But I just didn't see much of a difference on my pores whenever I used this product. So yeah, unfortunately, I won't be keeping this one. And the last item I have to talk about is this hydrating face mist. This is from The Body Shop, and this is the Vitamin E face mist. I have used this on several occasions, and it makes your skin feel really nice, but my problem is I would use it to set my makeup, and then what I do is I do my makeup, and then I put my contacts in right before I leave to go to work. And for me, I have to do it that way, because if I put my contacts in before I do my makeup, I notice that I get powder all in my contacts and they get really irritated. So for me, the best way is to just do it after. And since, again, I use waterproof mascara, then I have no issues with anything running like that. But whenever I used this face mist, I would put my contact in, and sometimes it would have a little bit running down my cheek, just from the excess fluid. And usually I just quickly dab that off with a tissue and nothing happens. You can't see it. But whenever I use this, I would have this huge mark going down my cheek, just where you could easily see where the contact lens fluid was coming out of my eye. So I would just have this huge streak, and then it would be almost impossible to fix. So I would try to put concealer over and powder, and you would just see it the rest of the day. So that looked really, really bad. So unfortunately, as a setting spray, I would not use this, especially if you are like touching your face. It just makes everything really soft. It doesn't like set it into place and lock it. It makes everything very movable for my feel. So as a setting spray, I wouldn't use it, but I think if you aren't wearing makeup and you just want something refreshing, then this is really nice. It is very hydrating. So unfortunately, I will be giving this one away. Maybe it's better for someone with like dry skin, but for my oily skin, it just didn't work out. So that was everything that I cleaned out recently. I hope this video was helpful for you. I know I really like watching these videos from other YouTubers because it's really an honest way to show what you've actually gone through and whether you would repurchase it or not. So I really enjoy these videos, and hopefully this was helpful for you too. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to not miss out on any further videos that I do, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!